It's time to talk once again about the Pittsburgh Steelers. This has been a team you and I, Miles, we've talked about a bunch the offseason, training camp, preseason, all kind of moves, all kind of changes, and it's all been spearheaded right to the here and now, regular season, kickoff 2022, this close away. We're right there. Now, you've got some news coming out of Pittsburgh that can maybe shake up how the Steelers look week one of this regular season. But before I hand it over to you to talk about that, Steelers fans, season's right around the corner, and every single year the Pittsburgh Steelers are involved in so many matchups. I'm always impressed to see how many great games the Steelers play, whether it's division rivals, in conference, maybe even in some NFC teams. Let us know in the comment section below what game, what team you're really excited to see Pittsburgh play this season. Let us know who you want to see in the comment section below. But Miles, give us the latest out of Pittsburgh.
Yeah, Nick. So maybe from these preseason games, the starters got a little bit too much time. Couple guys got a little bit banged up in that third preseason game. One of those guys being Pittsburgh star wide receiver Deontay Johnson, who has a quote-unquote annoying shoulder injury. That he's been on the injury report, limited through practice. And let's get into the story here from the Post-Gazette. And I'm going to tell you some things that Johnson said, and then I'm going to go into why it might not be as bad of a thing as it seems. So when talking about whether or not he could have came back into the preseason game to play, Johnson said, that ish was hurting. I'm not going to lie. He said Wednesday after practice when Tomlin alluded that he would have possibly been able to go back into the game. He said, Johnson said, I was doing everything I could to get back to the guys, but I don't think I could have come back into that game. Johnson goes on to say that he's taking it one day at a time, calling the shoulder injury once again annoying. And he said, but at the end of the day, that's football. Later on in the article, it talks about how he's been limited in practice. He has had no contact drills. He seems to be able to catch fine, but it is Johnson's intent that he does not want to return back to the field in a meaningless beginning of the season games if he's not 100%. So, okay, Deontay Johnson possibly not playing week one. Is that a bad thing? No, I think potentially this is a huge opportunity for, I think it's safe to say now, rookie sensation George Pickens, who's been taking the NFL by storm, to go out and really show everybody what he is made of. I think this is a golden opportunity for Pickens, don't you, Nick?
100%. So, Miles, you know I'm a big NFL history nut, so I love all this kind of stuff, kind of tie the future into the past and all that kind of stuff. So let me back it up a little bit to the year 2003, when there's a rookie wide receiver, about 6'2", 200 pounds, comes out of a blue blood college football program, kind of fell out of the draft, deeper in the draft than he should have because of some concerns, but gets to play, gets to start week one on the road against an interconference opponent. And that guy comes out of nowhere. He'd been predicted that preseason do pretty well, but it was still kind of a first rookie. What's he going to do? He has 217 receiving yards. I'm talking, of course, about Anquan Bolden in his very first appearance in the NFL. Now, I'm not saying Pickens is going to have the same impact as Anquan Bolden. I'm saying he could be even bigger. I'm not saying, I don't know if he could have any more than 200 receiving yards, but Pickens is a freak athlete. And they were already going to get him on the field and give him a lot of touches anyway. If Johnson is hurt, whether he can play or whether he's just limited, that just means more touches for Pickens. Because this guy, I mean, we've seen the film, whether it's practice, whether it's preseason, whether even if it's just his blocking is highlight plays. I've never seen a receiver who
he hits guys off the line and he just throws them back.
These are grown men. These are like when you see, I know corners look small on TV, but a lot of these guys are like 6 feet, 200 pounds. They're much bigger than the average dude walking down the street, and Pickens just embarrasses them. So again, like you said, I agree. Anytime that Pickens get more opportunities on the football field, it is good for Pittsburgh Steelers. And to be honest, it's good for NFL fans.
Yeah, no, George Pickens has been nothing short of incredible. We'll go through his PFF for the preseason. Really nothing crazy, because he didn't really have to play that much. But in the short amount of time he did play, graded 76.5 overall. Pretty good for a rookie. He had 8 catches, 84 yards, and a touchdown. Obviously, all those great showing for a rookie in limited playing time. But I have just watched him throughout the training camps, throughout the practices, going up against some of the top-tier DBs in the NFL already. And he actually makes them look like they're like skating on ice. They're on skates out there. They're flipping their head around, figuring out what's going on. He's blowing past everyone. I know one-on-one drills aren't really set up for the DB. It's more in the favor of the receiver. But it just goes to show Pittsburgh, even though they move on from a guy like Juju Smith-Schuster, Pickens being there, Claypool being in there, a guy like Calvin Austin, who I know he's hurt right now and he's not going to play it as well. And then you throw in a guy like Johnson later in the season, whether it's game 2, game 3, if he's back, Pickens, it has the opportunity to shine early on. And like you said, Anquan Bolden comes out 217 yards, I believe you said, yep. Early, big showing. Pickens really, I believe, truly has the opportunity to be 10 times bigger than Anquan Bolden was, if he keeps on the trajectory that he's on.
And another thing to remember about the Steelers, on top of Pickens, getting 2,000 yards receiving in his very first NFL game, I think that's both you and I are now in agreement on that, is that the Steelers normally actually start and play a lot of rookie receivers. Claypool started a lot of games as rookie year. Juju Smith-Schuster did. Deontay Johnson, obviously started a lot of games as rookie year as well. So this is not unheard of territory either for the Steelers to bring in a rookie guy. And especially none of those guys, while they were talented, aren't anywhere close to what Pickens has flashed. So I think Mitch Trubisky is probably the happiest guy in the world right now. Obviously, he wants all his guys healthy, but the fact he's like, I get more chances to throw to that guy, I'll take that any day of the week. So this is, well, it's bad news for Johnson and not, hopefully he gets better. We're hoping he gets 100% healthy because the Steelers certainly are better when everybody's healthy. It just is more exciting for Pickens to just get him in the fold quicker and just see everything that he can do on the biggest NFL stages.
All right, Nick, it's time to get your internet privacy back today on every device you own in any country you want. Don't let anyone but you control your internet. NordVPN keeps you safe from prying eyes wherever you go online with their military-grade encryption. Is your favorite Netflix or streaming content blocked in the US? You can simply connect to one of the many countries available with NordVPN and get the access you need.
That's right, Maya. So right now, get our exclusive NordVPN deal here at nordvpn.com/SMI. It's risk-free now with NordVPN's 30-day money-back guarantee. Again, get that exclusive deal, nordvpn.com/SMI.